It's the finale. We did it.
We
Listen,
made
we're,
it.
we're we're all alive. We're present and accounted for. We've done weddings. We've done honeymoons. We've started seeing new women. One of us.
One
Uh,
of us.
one of
Guess
us
which
is
one?
one of us is still on the market. The other one is officially off the market. College football coming to a close. Chaos. Coaching carousel did not stop spinning, and much, much more. Yinzer, welcome back to the United States.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
feel like a security agent. And do you have anything to declare? Because I see some gold on your hand.
Nothing, sir. These were all brought into the country. Thank you for asking.
And what, dude? Anytime I've traveled internationally and I come back through customs and I get that line of questioning,
Yeah.
even I'm like, I think I might have snuck some cocaine
You
in. I
you're 100% on like the locked up abroad. Like you're the guy that like you'll accidentally bring like some Mentos back and you're doing like 20 years in a Bolivian jail. You can't stop spiraling.
Dude, I'm just in like I'm in one of those pictures you see in like a Bolivian jail. I'm in like figure four sitting down, my head shaved, my head's
I think
down.
you would thrive in like a locked up abroad situation. I think you would thrive.
I wonder what the do they have oatmeal maybe
I
in
don't think they do.
Argentina? Okay.
I think it'd be a lot of unplanned sex, and that's about it on the menu for you.
Unplanned.
Yeah.
Unplanned, unprotected. Yeah.
Unprotected, you being sold for different cigarettes a daily. You're like your ass is like the Nasdaq of that prison. It's just everything.
Stocks up and down.
Stocks up. There's some dude who's just he's sitting on the yard like can't wait till the market opens on Monday. But before we get
Dude, they got their pots and their pans ringing the fence like their the Nasdaq bell. Yeah.
that's like ding 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 ding. Like they have a ceremonial guy come in, Diego Maradona. They just bring him back to life. He's ringing the
Ding, ding,
bell,
ding, ding, ding.
waiting for you. But
I've never been
before
so sought after. I was sought after recently on a flight to Houston, but I'll get into that later.
this could be this is at least going to be a
It's a
two-parter.
two-parter. It might be a three-parter.
It might be a three-parter. We got a lot to
I
say, and
would be
then
genuinely be pissed off if we did three parts because I do want to eat dinner at some point tonight.
hustle doesn't stop. But before we move forward, let's go back.
Okay.
So, Frankie, the
Yes.
wedding, it happened. You got there.
It was
You,
great.
it was a great time, which we're gonna get the Dimes Man official rating at the end of this to wrap it up to put a
Okay.
bow on it because he's had
Okay.
thoughts on weddings on the pod. So I want to make sure,
Sure.
and I want to make sure you give me a fair rating. I don't want the friend rating. I want the unadulterated. I want the real rating. I want to know. But
Sure.
the wedding, let's just go back. It happened. It was on probably the snowiest day of the year since I've been in Cincinnati.
Coldest too.
Coldest too. Um, that was stressful. We had about 6 to 7 inches of snow, would you say that day?
So some people say that's a lot.
Some people say that's too much, but that's another there for you girls. You say that's not a lot, and then funny how it falls on the ground. Suddenly, you can't even get there in your Range Rover.
That's right.
And got Mr. Bucky right there.
I do. I'll talk about it later, but
We'll talk about Bucky's.
he's my mascot.
Bucky's is solid. Whenever you get to it, we'll talk. I'll give you a Bucky's. I'll give you the best order of Bucky's.
Oh,
Yeah, it's great.
okay.
But we get about 6, 7 inches of snow. Puts quite a wrench in the plan.
Mm-hmm.
The bride, Mrs. Bruniger, freaking out.
Oh, really?
Oh, not having a good day with the snow because you're dealing with, can the vendors show up? Is everyone be able to be there? How are we going to get home? Are all the people that were supposed to come in going to show up? Is the DJ going to, all this shit that just goes through, that made it a very stressful day. But what brings it back is the biggest difference. And first of all, how was your flight was in fine, but you did have to stay over for a day. The
Are we
first
doing that now?
We'll get into that. We'll get
Okay.
into that. That did happen. We'll get into my first day as a married man. Spoiler alert, with Franklin Miller.
Good morning.
Good morning. The first act of myself as a married man was picking Frank up from the airport, or picking not picking up from the airport. It was welcoming into my home from an Uber.
That's
So
right.
we'll get into that. But this is what lays you on the next thing. So while the bride is getting ready, they're getting like 6.5 hours of makeup, 6.5 hours of hair. Insanity. Who's getting in the chair first? We want to talk about getting in a fist fight or who has to get their fucking makeup done first that they're not even paying for.
Oh,
Easy. Uh, the bridesmaids are all doing that. They're trying to calm her down. I remember like the wedding planner's like, hey, I was like, how's she doing? And they're like, well, she's freaking out about the weather. Wow. the girls all do this. The boys are downstairs. They put us in like basically the equivalent of like a hotel lobby waiting room. I don't know, like just this like weird liminal space.
Okay.
Like 11 Coors Lights, and we're just down there watching the Army Navy game. Uh, the bridesmaids are running around making sure everything's ready. I cannot tell you the difference in between the effort and the things that the bridesmaid did to get this wedding off the ground and the groomsmen, which I'm pretty sure I feel like them showing up was even we'll see. But not a lot of support. So I think it was nice that me, not saying not a lot of support, I'm just saying if I was the one that was freaking out, I'd probably be in the bathroom huffing a bag. And they're just sitting there chilling, they're vibing. Uh,
Sure.
but yeah, that was we spent the past or the 5 6 hours sitting down there, drinking a couple Coors Lights, watching the Army Navy game as God
Sure.
intended. But
Sure.
we got off the
I
ground.
flew in. I flew in, landed, went to the hotel for an hour, watched Grown Ups, uh, and then went to the venue.
Yeah, you got up. Everybody got there. I will say, and this isn't a shot at anybody particular. This happens. Anybody that gets married, they'll say the same thing. You're gonna have people that RSVP and don't show up for one reason or the other. I don't know the final number. I think I knew in my head. It was like the amount of people that said they were gonna come and didn't show probably cost me close to like 2 grand, which hurts.
Oh.
That hurts. And the thing
Oh.
is, the weather plays a large part in it. Things
Sure.
happen, I understand, but it's like you have to be understanding. At the same point, you're like, man, 2K extra for the honeymoon would have been pretty nice.
Yeah.
Would have been
2K
pretty
2K
nice.
extra for a free play.
I could have turned that. I could have turned that free play into between $0 and $2,500.
That's right.
Yeah. But I feel like that's the only thing. The only thing I'm gonna look back on this with a little bit of just regret is like, man, that weather fucked up a lot of people getting there. But
Yeah.
the people who were there were the people that needed to be there, and the people that were there showed out for it. But
Yeah.
and I just want to run down. I want you to give me, I'm going to ask you, you can rate it 1 out of 10. You can rate it
Hmm.
1 out of 10 and give me a final rating. Let's go the Dimes Man. The venue, 1 to 10.
The venue?
Venue. Parking
Um,
that.
you know what's crazy? You got screwed by the weather. I think
Did.
with the venue, that's like a 9-2 venue. With
Mhm.
the weather, we bumped it down to like an 8-7.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
That's a 9-2 venue. There was zero option for outdoor heated seating, which would have
No.
put it at like a 9-8.
Yeah.
The it would have been a perfect view of downtown Cincinnati.
It would have been nice to go out there, have a cigar, and
Yeah.
overlook the city. So I agree with that.
Yeah. So
Well, let's
so I
go.
got you on an 8-2.
I agree with that. Let's go. How about cocktail hour, food and drinks? I know you don't drink, but they had a lot of mocktails. Cocktail hour food. How was the vibe at cocktail hour? I wasn't there for it, so this is news to me.
The vibe was good. It was nice to
Vibe was
chat
good.
with some people. Uh, God dang it, man. I can't help it. I can't help it. I have a character flaw.
What is it?
I was told there would be non-alcoholic beers. I got laughed out of the line by the bartender.
They had NAs.
I said, well, "Do you have any NAs?" They were like, "No."
Yeah, we had athletic.
They said they didn't have them. So that's on the staff. That's not on you.
That should have been brought to my attention.
I didn't want to bother you on your special day. I held my tongue.
No, and the reason I know that is because we made the bar sign has athletic on it. I just saw it like an hour or two ago. They lied to you. They sold you a bill of goods.
I had myself a fair share of Diet Cokes. I was pleased.
That's okay. Okay, but yeah, I need you to know we did have NAs. So
And
I'm
I
gonna
know that
bump.
you did because you told me that you did.
We did. So whatever, give the rating for cocktail hour and subtract at least 1.5.
Okay, noted.
At least.
In that case, 1.5.
Mhm.
I'll give it a 7 then.
Okay. I respect that.
A
Well,
flat 7.
let's go to the part that matters and we'll wrap it. We'll do two more. Food, 1 to 10.
Um, good,
Food
good,
was good.
good, good. I'm trying to give it a good rating. No one got sick, no one died,
No one
and
died.
I was accommodated for.
You were.
So
I
in
made
that
sure of that.
case, 9-3.
9.3. I'm gonna go food. I'm gonna go like a 9.8. I was going the food slapped.
Okay.
I feel like that was the one part where everybody was a
I
unanimous
think I
big
had to
thumbs up.
skip on the desserts. I think most of them were.
Probably.
I think that's why I dropped it. I think I couldn't touch the
Probably.
desserts.
We did have late night chili cheese coney dogs and Grater's ice cream, which that's just a baller move by me.
Yeah. So I want to talk about that.
Yeah. Now's the time.
Ice cream and chili cheese dogs.
Yeah.
Flirting with disaster if you're a guy like me.
That's for you. You shouldn't even look in that direction.
No.
That's the Midwest in us.
Fair enough.
And
Couple
then
irons.
there are a couple irons. And then the final part, which we'll go into this later,
Okay.
DJ slash music. How was it? Frank has thoughts.
Is he listening?
He might be. He might be.
I love L Train as a person,
Okay.
and I love the song selection,
Okay.
the transitions in the teasing,
Okay.
and maybe the versions of songs that were played.
Okay.
We
I
got to
agree.
give him like 6, 7,
Wow.
6.7.
Wow. I
I
think
love him as a person.
I
So
think fair points
him as a person, already at 5. He gets
yeah,
5 for putting his
right
name
out of
on
the
the
door,
test,
just showing up.
putting his name on the test. The songs that he played, he were good. I only heard one hook. He only played one hook in most songs. Like he played
He
half
was
a
getting
song,
in and
played
out early.
one hook, out of there.
Okay.
He would tease a hit with another song and then not play the hit at all. Um, During the first hour of music, he said, "Let me put all the white people songs in one big song."
He did. He
He
ran
put
through
like
him.
6, 7. Like I heard some like Red Hot Chili Peppers. There might have been a John Mayer song.
Yeah.
Maybe you threw one in there for me, but I mean, he just put all the white people songs in one. And yeah, man. Uh, your girl's version of Wicked was not the version of
It
Wicked
was
that
not the
she
right
wanted.
one. That was not the right one. That's true.
The version of Country Roads was not John Denver.
It's true.
So 6, 7 is gracious.
You're making fair points. I will say I'm going higher just because I felt like the vibe was up the whole night and there was no line dancing. So the vibe was up the whole night. Frank,
Yeah, I'll tip that.
points. He
Tip
makes
the cap.
valid points.
I'll tip the cap on that.
There's no bad points. But overall, to just to put it, you know what? I feel like and I'll go in this. I feel like it was great. I loved everyone being there. I had a great time. Uh I would say I was trying to pick out my favorite part. I'm not going to do it. I enjoyed them equally. I tried to enjoy them. I even tried to get away from it for a little bit and just take a breather,
Sure.
grab a beer, just overlook like a proud father,
I got
overlook
a
everything.
couple pictures of you doing that, by the way.
Yeah. And I was just thinking, I want to enjoy it, and I did. And here's before I get your rating, I'm going to ask myself this question.
Okay.
Knowing what I know now, with all the circumstances, the money spent, would I do it again this way? Absolutely not. No way.
Wow.
No. It was great. I had a blast. I think it was the perfect. I think it was the perfect version of what it was going to be. I think if we rolled the dice 10 times is the best way it turns out for everything. But knowing what I know, I would have grabbed like 10 people. I would have just got a destination wedding and paid for everything and just done it and get it over with. Less stressful. It was too stressful. The last week just was so stressful with everything, with the weather, the venue, the vendors, everything. It's just, you're so stressed out the day up to it that what's nice, it gets there and you have the right person, so it makes it fun.
Sure.
But now, all things considered, Frankie, whenever you make the choice to walk down that aisle, you're not going to have a very lengthy conversation on things, what to do and what not to do. I'm going to guide you through it.
And you're going to be there every step of the way.
I'll be there like Master Splinter. I'll be like, we don't need this.
Yeah.
We don't need this. We
That's
need this, but we don't need this.
That's
And
right.
like I said, it's one of those things where it's like everybody was going through. I feel like the big thing was like people were talking about like, oh, like what was the big drama? There was none.
No
What was
drama.
the big issue?
None.
There was none. It was just I feel like we every outside circumstance that was thrown at us was we handled the best way we could. But it's one of those things where it's like knowing what I know now. If I could go back into my head this time last year, I would say, Yinzy, just do it small, baby. Do it
Too
small.
small.
Do it
I
small.
respect that.
But no, I would say so. Overall rating 1 to 10. 10 being the greatest wedding I've ever been to. What's the final rating?
Given everything that occurred to
Everything that
me,
occurred.
pre and post, or,
Uh,
or just
it stops at 10 o'clock at night on Saturday. So not post.
okay. It
I
stops at
can't
10
factor in
o'clock.
the flight.
If it stops at 10 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
um, Not the best wedding I've ever been to.
Okay. Okay.
With respect,
Okay.
that wedding in Newport, Rhode Island this summer,
Okay.
that was a good one.
That was a good one.
This was a 9-2.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
It was a really fun wedding. The vibes were fantastic. The
Vibes are
food
great.
was good. The venue was good. No fights, no this, no that. The people make it. The people
Yeah,
make the event. And
100%.
and you made it. You
We
made
had a
it.
good time. I feel good. I feel good. I got the grill rating. I feel like
What did you want though?
I
Did
wanted the
you
truth.
did you want a 9, like a 9-8?
No, I didn't care. I wanted the truth.
You were above a 9.
I didn't want,
And given everything that happened post wedding, you were
yeah.
like a 9-9.
I wanted the truth. And honestly, I feel like the most important thing is whenever people ask me, like, we'd be ever, how was it? And I'm like, it was great. So for me,
It was a good
it was
wedding.
for me,
I've
it
been to
was,
bad weddings this year. This was
no,
not one.
there was, it's easy to have a bad one.
Oh yeah.
It's easy to have a bad one. But no, I'm good. It's done. It's in the books. Do we want to go into Yinzy F baby south of the border?
Let's talk about what happened to me after the wedding.
Let's talk about that. Go on.
So, because I try to like the big league, most situations, or as I like to say, streamline, uh, I was the last to land in Cincinnati and maybe the first to leave. Although Abu Dhabi or whatever his name was left your wedding before.
He did.
I hope everything was all right. I mean, he got out of there quick,
I think he knew the weather was coming. He's a smart man.
truly.
Read the tea leaves.
And I landed. You know, as soon as I land, it's snowing. I look at my weather; it says 1 degree. I'm like, this is not going to be good. I get to the wedding. The wedding is great. I try to leave the wedding. I get thrown into a van. I go to a second location to some like rooftop bar. Pissed off half of the patrons in that place because we all came in like crazy. Um, and I'm getting begged to stay out. Begged to stay out. Drake's sister begging me to stay out. Please, please stay. And I'm like, what's going on over there? What's the situation there?
We'll
But
dive in. That'll be off pod. We'll dive into that. What that deal was.
no. The deal was she was like, "How come you don't want to stay up? You're only young once." I'm like, "I'm tired and I got to fly out tomorrow at 9 a.m." So, back to the hotel, sleep for a few hours, uh, get to the airport on time. 9 a.m. flight. I'm hearing snow. I'm hearing rumblings of snow in New York City. It
Rumbling.
snows for like an hour and a half. Not even that long. Snow for an hour and a half. I'm on the flight. They say mechanical. That could be anything.
Anything.
And then we're waiting on there 40 more minutes. Yeah, so there's a ground stop at JFK, and we're unfortunately going to have to ask this time to deplane, and the gate will set you up, and we are sorry for the inconvenience. Thank you for choosing Delta. And get out to the gate. The woman has thrown her hands up. She was so pissed off at the amount of people asking questions, asking for help, that she said, "I have to go help another flight." And then just walked across the gate from like A9 to A11 and tried to help these people get to the Metroplex in Dallas Fort Worth instead of getting us home. I panicked, didn't know what to do. Yinzer, as I'm in the gate, Yinzer calls me and is like, "If you need a place to stay, stay at my place." An unreal move from the man who just got married less than a day ago.
First day as a married man.
First day as a married man.
That's right.
I'm looking at flights. They're saying we're not flying out of here tonight. They're saying you can fly to Chicago and then fly to Jersey or White Plains, which is just north of New York City. You can fly there. You can fly to Newark, but you're not going to be able to fly into JFK or LaGuardia. I'm talking to the people that are New Yorkers. I'm talking to an older Jewish couple, and what he said, what he told me is I saw myself in him. Pause, because
Believe that.
he said, "Can you believe this? They want to fly me to Newark. That's not even the same state." Newark Airport is like 30 minutes outside of New York City. But
He's not having it.
to him, he was landing on Tahiti.
Might as well.
I chose to take up the offer from Yinzer, where we would watch ball and relax. Um, and I did that. So I got an Uber to Yinzer's house. Um, I was showered. I was fed.
That's
I was
right.
clothed. He gave me a
Clothes.
sweatshirt. I was bedded.
You
I
got it. You
will.
got a to-go present. You got a souvenir
I
from the
wear that
trip.
Miss You shirt all the
I know.
time.
You got a souvenir from it.
I will say this: and a gracious, not only Yinzer gracious, but Emily.
Yeah.
Um, I tried my best to be a good house guest in the sense that cleaned up the dog's toys, folded some chairs, some this, some that, did the dishes.
Love that.
I tried my best
Did great.
and was awoken, not really because I didn't really sleep, at 3:30 in the morning by Yinzer's smiling face. He
All
goes,
right.
"You up?" And I was like,
Go.
"Good morning."
Good. Let's go. Did
And
you sleep downstairs? You didn't sleep upstairs? Slept
no, I
downstairs?
got a little scared in the basement.
Okay.
Don't ask why. It's
Okay.
creepy down there by myself.
In the basement or the living room?
Basement.
Okay, yeah, it's a little creepy down there.
I felt more safe in the living room
That's fine.
next to mom and dad.
You know
Also, I
you had a
did have a bed upstairs, but
I
it
was
was
gonna say you had a
cold.
bed
It was
upstairs.
cold.
It was cold. That's true. True.
But it's 1 degree, mind you.
Yeah.
But me, Yenzer, and the missus got to the airport at 4:30 in the morning. We take a picture. They're headed to Cancun, and I'm headed to sleep in C8. And, and I slept in the terminal for 4 hours, and I got to my flight. But it was an incredible day. An incredible day. We lost
It was.
every
It was.
pick.
It's still weird. We were in. I was thinking about that. I'm like, we're in Cancun. I'm like, I can't wait for like the trivia question. It's like, what did you do on your first day as married? I'm like, hang out with the dimes, man. Watch football. Lost
The
a bunch of money.
dimes, man.
Watch
Dude, it
up
was
dimes.
you, me, and Dupree.
You, me, and Frankie.
You, me, and Frankie. Yeah,
What's
man.
What's so funny is that was like that day, the day after the wedding. We're trying to leave. The wedding ends at 10. It's pure chaos. Everybody's trying to get all their shit, get all stuff, all the bridal suite, get in Ubers, go home. So I'm telling everybody, I ordered 5 Ubers. I ordered five or six Ubers, and I'm like, they're outside. If you don't have a ride, get in them. It's taking you down the hill. Like we're
Yep.
getting off the mountain.
Hmm.
So I'm just yelling at people. I'm like, get in, get in, get in. We'll find a way down. Because I'm like, I already paid for these. I prepaid. So I spent like $200 on Ubers, and I'm like, I don't want them to drive away. So I got everybody. I was telling all the groomsmen, get in, I'll grab your shit. So one of my buddies like left all his stuff in the room. Whatever. I grabbed it. I
Oh,
figured
yeah, I blamed it. Yeah.
yeah. So he left all his shit in there. So I grabbed it and he texted me like an hour after, and I'm like, hey, I got it. It's in the room. I'll get it to you tomorrow. We're staying at different hotels, but we're right near each other. We're catty corner. So the next day I text him. I'm like, hey, I'm leaving. I'll meet you at the hotel in like 5 minutes. So we're going, we get loaded in. As we're leaving, because it was like, they knew it was our wedding, everyone comes out, daps and hugs, lots of respect, people
Sure.
paying respect to the big guy. So I'm leaving there. I'm feeling a little chiefed up. I'm feeling like I'm big. I feel like I big leagued everybody. So I'm feeling good. We're talking about the wedding. We're talking about this. We just had breakfast. So I start driving and I get about 15 minutes home and I'm like, shit, I forgot to stop at the hotel. So I
Okay.
call my boy and I'm like, hey, I'll be back over there in like 15 minutes. Like, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna turn around. I'm gonna drop her off. I'm gonna get everything. I'm gonna come back. I'll drop your stuff off. Now, mind you, they're not going anywhere. They're going to breakfast. It's not like I'm holding anybody up. So I turn around. I drive back. I get there like 20 minutes later. My other buddy's down in the hallway, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm waiting to give him his stuff." Gets off the elevator. Gets off the elevator. Grabs his shit. Turns around. Gets right up the elevator. Nothing.
Yeah.
Doesn't say a
Yeah.
word. My buddy looks at me. He goes, "Not even a single thank you." And he looks at me, he goes, "Why should I thank you? You are a hindrance to me." Unbelievable. The first the first day as a married man, bringing your stuff back. Why
Why
should
should
I
I
thank
thank you?
you?
You're a hindrance to me.
I think believe the exact words is, why should I thank you? You hindered me, which is an unbelievable thing to say to a human being. Just right. And what's funny is he did it in front of like 10 people that were at the wedding, and they were just like, that was like, they were like incredible. They were just, I was like, you've experienced the full putts.
This is the company that you keep.
It's true.
You have him for life.
Yeah.
You
For
have
life.
me for
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
We're kind of just like all these unique. And I
I was
love characters.
I
I
do.
love keeping them around.
I collect you.
Everybody's like, you're Howard Stern, and we're all the people that
True.
you bring on.
I truly feel like my entire group is just a whack pack. I just bring people in. I'm like,
The
how
whack.
are how are you guys going to entertain me for the next 20 minutes?
That's right.
But
And half the time they're not in on the joke. It's like
no,
you look like an
100%.
idiot. I'm gonna get you jacked off as the
Oh,
what that's which
I love
for
it.
those that don't know, because we do have new listeners, Ben check the stats. But for those that don't know, when we say jacked off, we don't mean in a sexual sense.
No.
We mean getting angry.
I've said this. My favorite thing in the entire world is to take my one buddy and try to get him as mad as he can get. Because
Yeah,
he doesn't get mad. It takes a while. But when he gets mad, it's the funniest shit I've
it's
ever seen.
so good. It's
And it's
so
just
good.
it's the most rage, and he just loses it for like 20 minutes. And it's great. And it brings me so much joy.
I
Like
need to make the NFL draft documentary.
I think we can make it.
Because I got to go to a bachelor party in Houston. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's the same day as the NFL draft. If it is, then this is null and void.
Yeah.
There is a friend of ours is getting married in a foreign land.
Foreign land.
That's if he's listening. Probably, I'm letting you know right now. Might be tough to swing, pal.
No passport for the dimes man.
I mean, you don't need one.
Hmm.
Okay, I have a passport.
All right. It's fine.
Family lived in Europe. We're educated.
Easy, kid.
All right.
But that's if not then next year it will happen because it's truly one of the best things of all time.
It
But
is.
while we have speaking of passports, I need to take you on my journey
Please,
to Mexico. The good, the bad, and the ugly. First of
Ariba.
all, first of all, the great, we got in first class, not a big deal. Front row, not a big deal. Don't need to worry about me putting will my stuff fit underneath the seat. Don't have one in front of me. Not a big deal. So
I love that. And you hooked up the cabin crew.
here's the A plus move, and this is a move that I'll carry on. This is a move I'll share with everybody. So we had a bunch of these leftover like gift bags from the wedding, bunch of food, bunch of stuff we don't need. So we packed them up. We're like, hey, we're gonna give them all everybody working. I cannot tell you how much you're in first class, you get free shit. I cannot tell you how much shit they gave us. Unbelievable.
What are
I
they
feel like
giving you?
they gave us, first of all, we got, as soon as we get it, we had drinks like every 10 minutes. Usually in first class, they come by. I cannot tell you how many drinks I had. And then, those little snack boxes they have, you
Mm,
buy for like $10. They brought out two of those, just handed those on top of everything else,
I love
which I'm
that.
like, if you ever want to just make any girl smile, just give her a variety of little things. Just put a bunch
That's
of little
good.
shit in a box.
That's
They
good.
love it.
They
So
do.
she has two boxes filled with very little things that she can scour through like a raccoon through the moon. And then when we left, they just gave us a bag filled with like food and random booze, which was great. We're like, we love this. Just stuffed it full of booze and cocktails. It was great.
That is good.
Huge move. Great there. We get on the second flight. I think we landed in Houston. We go through Houston. I was not 30 seconds off the flight when I saw a very obese, I would say some form of Latin man wearing a scissor t-shirt through the airport, which is certainly a choice on the way to Mexico. Uh,
Listen, that's just Houston culture.
I was so excited that I almost like I felt like a fan. I wanted to get a picture. I forget what the shirt exactly said,
Actually,
but
you sent it to me, so I'll pull it up while you're
pull it
talking.
up. It was something about lean or scissor, but it was incredible. And I'm in Houston for like less than 2 minutes, and I'm like, just the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Ah,
So
here it is.
what's it say?
That's that's an awful lot of cough syrup.
That's it. He had a t-shirt going through customs with a shirt that says that's an awful lot of cops, which is fucking incredible. I see this dude going into customs and I'm like, great. It was fantastic.
I'm home.
Yeah. So here we go. So we're going through. I get to Cancun. We get to the resort. The resort's fucking incredible. The resort's absolutely incredible. Going through the Cancun airport, an absolute hellhole.
I would
I was
imagine
built
as such.
I was built for this because every 5 seconds there's someone trying to like scam you or sell you something or get
Oh,
you out.
really? In
Dude,
the
it's insane.
airport?
Dude, as soon as you get out of the airport, like whenever you go
Oh,
through,
when you leave the airport.
not even when you leave, when you're still in the airport, like almost where baggage claim
Oh, yeah. No, they
it
can
is
hang it.
like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
imagine if they took like the middle of a mall with all those little shops and just let 100 people, like 100 of those people let loose. People are getting stopped. Dude, they're trying to, I'm just absolutely, I'm like, I know where I'm going. I have a
Yeah,
laser
beelined
focus.
it. Yep.
I tell Emmy, I said, follow me like a lead blocker. I said, just stay on my fucking hip. Don't look anywhere else.
Lorenzo Neal over here.
Dude, I felt like Mike fucking Allstott. Dude, I was just, what was the movie? What was the
Remember the
movie?
Titans.
For the Titans.
No, that final scene, remember the Titans. It goes 70 yards on a reverse, and the
Right.
quarterback just bow, bow, bow.
It felt like the end of Argo, where I was just like, we're in an airport, we have a place to be, and we're not gonna fucking stop for anything.
Yeah.
So these dudes, Senor, excuse, no, fucking breezing by. At
La
one point,
Flama Blanca. La
at,
Flama Blanca.
at one point, I think a dude tried to hand me a bracelet, and I was just like, get fucked, and I kept moving. I just kept going because I knew where I was going.
I love
So
that.
finally, we get to the resort. The resort's incredible. It's absolute paradise and this is I feel like I'm mad that people didn't tell me about these. Like I knew people go to all inclusive, but nobody sat me down and was like, "You need to do one of these,"
Hmm.
because I feel like it was built for me.
Okay.
An entire land that is just filled with free food and free drinks, and it took me 34 years to get to it. How the fuck does that happen?
Listen,
So
no one knows how long the pilgrimage to Mecca is going to take.
that's true. That's true. And I found like and I was with my people, which by my people I mean me in like 30 years, because I think we were the youngest people there by about 25 years.
Oh, really? You got a bad
Not a big
weekend?
deal. A lot of stairs from the outfit choices from the missus, not me particularly. I was rocking board shorts. But
Respect.
a lot of, there wasn't a ton of ass cheeks out on the resort, but our contingent took care of a little bit of it. We
Sure.
added people. So there was if the Instagram message I received from random people were fantastic. So
Did you really?
oh yeah, I had a guy that I haven't spoken to in like 8 years from high school that just messaged me and said nice.
Hey,
Yeah.
tip the cap on that.
The DJ sent like 4 fire emojis. That was cool.
Mm.
But yeah.
The
But
Cigar Boys. I'm trying to
the
join that
cigar,
crew. I'm trying to
the
join his
cig-
crew, bro.
that pick was shared amongst the Cigar Boys. It's on the wrapper for next year.
Yeah.
But so here's what we'll go. And I got 5 minutes for our next one. I'll wrap it up in five. So we go there. And Frank, have you ever done one of these?
An all-inclusive
Yeah,
resort?
you ever done it?
No, I haven't been to Mexico.
I can't wait till I go back. Literally,
Really?
I can
I'm
I
afraid about
can
getting sick.
nah, all the water's filtered. You're all good. Plus,
Okay.
I cannot tell you. I felt like that's the closest I'll ever feel to being like the Godfather. You remember like in Godfather 2 when he's walking down the street and everybody's just
Uh, yeah, yeah.
Finucci, and they're just paying him respects and throwing oranges to him. It's what my life was. By like the second day, and I don't know if people go down there and don't tip. Now you tip like $2. It's like $1 is like 25 pesos. So like you think, it's basically like walking in a hotel and every time you see somebody giving them like a $5 bill just for seeing them. People are gonna follow you.
That's
So
awesome. Dude, that
I'm walking
rules.
around. I had a fucking stack, just a stack of cash. And I'm just peeling it off every time I see somebody. How, Senor Brenniger, ¿cómo estás? Bien, fucking fiver. Senor Brenniger, cerveza, por favor. There's a fiver. As soon as it came through, I'm getting followed around by a group of short people following me everywhere I go, anticipating my needs. At one point, I'm
Dude,
sitting on a lounge.
if your shoe came untied, they'd have been like, "Oh, senor."
Dude, at one point, I set my beer down. I
Mm.
set it down. It went like this. I put my beer down, and within a second, they swooped it up and replaced it. It was incredible. I I have never in my life experienced, and also maybe this is because we also did have not a big deal. We had the nicest room there. Okay, that's just how I roll.
They knew, bro. High
They
roller
knew.
coming in.
They knew the respect to be paid, but it was
Yeah.
for insanity. And I'm down here. I'm like, listen. I don't have, a lot of people think I do. I don't have some sort of pyramid or iceberg or power rankings of all the races,
Okay.
but if I did,
Okay.
S tier, the Mexican people treated me very well.
All right.
And,
Shout
and I
out.
feel and I feel it's a level of service that I wasn't expecting. You're at a resort, you're at a hotel, you expect like, hey, they're gonna treat you. But like even here in the US, it's like, somebody like brings you a drink and they're like, they fucking hate you. And maybe these people fucking hate me, but they hide it.
They
Such
hide it well. Yeah.
Such hospitality. I'm at breakfast and they're like, we're at this fucking buffet with 30, 50 fucking items on it. And the guy's like, is there anything I go? And like, My wife's like, oh, she's like, do you guys have bacon? And they're like, oh yeah, hold on. They just brought her out. They brought her out a whole fucking pig. Brought out like 15. Who needs that much? But they did.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Fucking respect. But it was great. I loved it. I had the time of my life. Like I said, it was incredible to see. Like I saw a lot of Midwest dude, a lot of red hats down there. Don't know if I'm gonna.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
strange.
What I thought. And I was like, and I remember I'd see my boy, I'd see my boy like Carlos, and I'd like be like, what's that dude doing? I
Yeah.
made sure they knew.
That you got to let them know. Hey, I'm
Just
one of
in
the good
case,
ones,
just in case the cartel was to storm the gates,
which they can.
which they can, there'd be a little Senor Benjamin. I'd get that knock.
You'd be like, hey, like, vamos, vamos.
And we had a bartender come to our room one day, and he got us absolutely shit faced. And I got him to loosen up, and he was telling me like, I was like, "Who do you fucking hate the most?" And he was telling me, I won't go into it, but he was saying some wild stuff. And then he was showing me videos of him playing with turtles, and he was shit can drunk because he was drinking with us. And then we were on my balcony screaming Tortuga. It was a great day. It was
That's
just,
awesome.
dude, we had the time, but
Live like a king down there.
I was a fucking king
You ever
down
get
there.
when you left? Did you get a piece of you was like, I could see myself down there.
I felt like at a certain point, I was like, I don't know when, but I feel like a conquering hero. I was like, I will return to this land, the land
Mm.
of pina coladas, and it's pure insane. Like you go
And
to
let me
dinner,
look this up. What's the resort called?
it's called Excellence Cancun,
Okay.
and it's
Ex-
great. You know what I fucking love, and this is why it's on brand. I loved it. This might be it's like I feel like it's the same version of Chick-fil-A, and you're like, thank you, like my pleasure. But you'd walk through, and you'd be like, Amal, how you doing today? Excellent, senior. Fucking love that answer.
oh, that's good. It's like their version of my pleasure.
Dude, that's their version. And I'm trying to think what I was trying to think they had
Riviera
another line.
Maya. Dude, this is
Dude,
nice.
they had another line that he hit me with, and I couldn't remember what it was, but they were killing me. But
Sure.
everywhere, I'm like, how you doing today? He's like, excellent. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. But I was throwing bands around. I was just dropping. I don't know how much I went through in tips. I went through might be a band. I was throwing money around silly at the end of that
Listen, it
resort.
ain't tricking if you got it.
Ain't tricking if you got it. But no, that was great. And then
Dude,
we'll go into
what is
part
the
two.
whole Yeah, we have less than a minute. I just realized
Yeah.
that. Okay. I'm just seeing nothing
We'll
but
go into
jungle right outside the gates here.
Dude, it was wild. You're just
That's
in the middle of this thing, and then you just go out and you're in the fucking jungle. You
that's
go out, you're just like
terrifying.
you're in the resort, and then you go a little bit deep, and you're like in it. But no, it was sick. I had a great time. Can't wait to go back. Part two, we'll talk about football, and I'm also going to talk about honeymoon part two.
And maybe I talk about some things I didn't like at the wedding, like those speeches that took forever in a day.
Let them know. My speech was great.
Yours was good.
Okay. Everyone else, cut that guy's vine.
A lot of gambling references, which was fine.
Yeah. All right. See you in part two.
See you in part two. Welcome back. Second half just
Part
started, and
two.
before we begin the second half, I was supposed to talk about the wedding a little bit in the first half, and I feel like I didn't do that enough. I want to say something really quickly.
Let's hear it.
There was a decent amount of people that came up to me and were like, "Hey, you're the guy from the show."
It's true.
Like, there was one guy that was like, "I'm afraid to talk to him because I don't know if he'll know who I am."
It's Frankie was big leaguing people at the wedding.
I was like, "Hey, how you doing, man? Hey, good to
Yes.
see you. Hey,
No
what's up, man?
quibbles.
No,
No
I'm
quibbles.
here for my friend, man. I'm here for my friend."
Here to have fun.
Yeah,
Trying to have dinner with my family.
yeah. And I will say this: I was given the luxury and the pleasure of meeting your mom,
It's true.
and what a delight she is. Truly, truly one of one, and I can tell how much love she had for you, and just to hear her talk about you, and the way people talked about your dad, and everything, and how we all wish he could have been there, but I'm sure he enjoyed it from afar,
He did.
and
He,
and
he would have he would have enjoyed the gambling references, of which there were many, as
of
you
which of which there were many, even by the bridesmaids, which I have to tip the cap on.
yeah, everybody knew, anyone in Emily's family knew that I was a gigantic degenerate by the end of the day, which is great for me.
Now, the vast references into conceiving a child kind of made me
Lots of them.
a little uncomfortable, but that's just the Midwest, I guess.
You know what? Your boy's never gonna pump the brakes when he sees a green light. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Seems like everybody was rounding third home for me.
Everybody is like going standing up. You're good.
Nobody was doing this.
No,
Everybody was just wheeling them.
just waving them in.
Halfway through every speech, I'm knocking the fucking lid off and I'm going.
I Willie Mays Hayes over here.
True, dude. Yeah, that's dude. There's a lot of references to me becoming a father, which the group chat says is impossible. So we're gonna find out.
Yeah. We might
It's
need to
true.
make a substitution there.
Yeah, we'll
Just
see.
get your cousin, and then all of a sudden your child's like 6'8".
It's true. I might do that.
That would be dope.
Might just build that. Oh shit! But it was no, it was good. Like I said, we did that. Anything else? I'm gonna give you the final line. Anything you want to wrap it up with? This will be like your Rome's burning segment, and then we can move into some picks.
Okay. Been to a lot of weddings. Haven't felt one that cold in a long time. But I tell you what was not cold. The love between my friend Yinzer and his lovely wife.
Red hot,
She was smoking.
smoking hot.
She was hotter than those fires out west due to the hot Santa Ana winds.
LA 8.5 all day.
She'd crush it in Santa Monica.
She was looking good. She's looking good. That's it. She was looking.
We haven't done Jim Rome in years, I don't think. I don't think we've done
Always
Jim Rome in a long time.
had to bring it back for the finale.
Yeah, dude. I mean, this was arguably our most consistent season. I
We
mean,
were we.
as far as winners go, I was told multiple accounts they're like, "Hey, by the way, we stopped taking the picks
That's
by
fine.
week 6."
That's fine. You know, that's your seeing what's coming. That's just being a smart gambler.
Yeah.
I would say this was our most consistent. We were also consistently poor in picks, but you know what? I
What's
feel
going
like
to happen next year whenever my stuff pops off in 2026 is whenever we put this behind the paywall.
yeah, and we're gonna have to, and then we
And,
can just lie about the picks. We can
and
be
not
like,
only
oh,
can we lie about the picks, but we can be a little bit more off the cuff and uncensored. And I won't,
yeah,
whenever you say heinous things,
yeah.
I
That's
won't take them
how.
out.
Imagine if he told Shane Gillis that he had to get his they did run his jokes by somebody.
I think he did, and then you know what he did? Put his stuff behind a paywall.
That's true. Another good point by the Dimes man. But I feel like we've been talking a lot about me. I feel like we've been talking about. Can we get a life check-in? The life of Frankie Dimes. What's going on? How we feeling? How was Christmas? How was all?
Christmas was great. I spent it with family for the first time in like 5 years.
That's nice.
My sister and her kids and her husband. I went out to Houston, Texas. It was a lot of fun. My necklace did get eaten by the TSA machine in Newark, and they did not find it or give me a new one. It made me sad because one was a piece from the designer, a Coach necklace from the designer herself. We used to date. We don't date anymore, so I can't get a new one. And they discontinued that model. And I also had a pendant that I got from a Native American shop in Sedona. Had some turquoise in it. That's gone as well.
You like put it through the machine, it didn't come out the
I
other
put it
side.
on my stuff, and I think one of the arms knocked it off, like the
Knocked it
little
off.
swing arms.
Got to put that shit on the bottom. You'll
Or
learn.
just wear it. I don't know why I
Where?
panicked, bro.
Yeah.
I pulled all my stuff out of my pockets. My AirPods went flying. Like they hit the ground and went flying, and the TSA agent stopped the presses, and I was like, "Please don't do this."
Please don't.
I was like, "I don't need him. I don't need him. Just
Get out
go."
that bag.
And he stopped everybody in Newark on like Christmas rush and was like, "No, I'm gonna get him for you." And I'm like, "Please, I don't need them that bad."
That's just good service. That's just good service.
Yeah, whatever. And on the flight,
Yeah.
um, middle seat, didn't get to pick it. Gift
Hate
from my
that.
brother-in-law. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to complain about that. I did have to sit in between two grandmas that did have appendages spilling over into my seat. I will say that. Now, I'm not one to make fun of weight. However, it has become
Okay.
that's
All right.
something that became a little bit of a nuisance
Yeah. It does.
whenever I'd help both of them. Now, we got to chatting as grandmas do.
As they do.
And we were talking about our travels and where we're going and who we're excited to see and the gifts and this and that and the third. And I was like, I'm getting a little hot, ladies. I got to take my jacket off. This woman grabs this arm. This woman grabs this arm. And I got two women stripping my clothes off. And I said, before the plane took off, I said, wow, I haven't had my clothes ripped off by a woman, by two women ever. And that didn't land.
No,
I
that's a
thought
great
that was
joke.
a gray line. I was like,
That's
I've
a
never
tough
had my clothes
audience.
ripped up by two women.
That's a great joke.
And the one lady to my left, she was a veteran traveler. All
Okay.
7 continents, had been to Quebec that morning and was just trying to get to Houston. All right. The woman to my right, church going lady.
Loves the Lord.
Yes. And
Yes.
used his name plenty of times during the flight.
Turbulence.
Turbulence. Major turbulence. Not really used to flying. She was visiting her grandbaby down in
My
Houston.
grandbabies.
Her grandbabies in Houston.
Can
Now,
I guess at what you said at the point of this might get me canceled? Was the
what
phrase "Oh Lord, the turbulence" uttered?
not turbulence, but
Turbulence,
yeah. Oh Lord
turbulence,
Jesus, and then pause,
turbulence,
turbulence. Yeah, like
turbulence. Yeah, turbulence is great. Yeah,
uh
I
so
I just know that too because I had a very similar experience where I was at the airport and before we took off, the lady sitting next to me, she was like, "Oh, I just hope we don't hit the turbulence." And I was like, "The what?" And she's like, "Oh, my last
turbulence.
flight." She's like, "We got hit by the turbulence," and I
Yeah,
was
we
like,
got hit by it's an inanimate
"Yeah,"
object.
and I was
We
like,
got hit by the
it took
turbulence.
me a second. I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Yeah." I was like, I kept thinking, I was like, "What's a turbulence?" And I was like, and it took me a second that I was like, "Oh, okay, okay." I was like, "Yeah." I was like,
Before the plane took off, she needed help working her TV.
100%.
They come by with the headphones. She goes, "Are those free?" And I said, "Yeah, they're free." She goes, "Let me get some." And I said, "Excuse me, miss, she needs headphones here." Uh, and
I get some
she,
head from you.
he said, "What?" She put she put the headphones in. She says, "I can't hear nothing." And I said, "You got to plug it in."
Unreal.
I had to plug it in for her. And before we took off, she says, "I got to go to the bathroom." And I was like, "Okay, great. You go now." She goes, "I'm going to wait till we take off." And I was like, "I don't think you should just go now. You should just go
Just
now."
go.
Dog. That lady
Incredible.
could not hear anything from any of the movies she picked. Which I had to touch her screen the whole time. She goes, "Sir, where are the Christmas movies at?" And she goes, "I want to watch Elf." I've never heard somebody laugh that hard when Peter Dinklage came on the screen.
You loved it.
I don't think she was laughing at the dialogue. I just think she's never seen a little person before.
That was
She's
it for
never
her.
seen somebody with dwarfism and was like, "Look at that guy running around. Look at him wearing a suit. He's so crazy. He wearing a suit. He got a job. You know they ain't got no jobs."
That's truly
And
incredible.
and as the plane is taking off, like I'm having to parent her because every time the plane shakes or rocks or dips or dives or whatever, she's like, "Oh Lord Jesus, oh Lord Jesus." And I'm looking at her and I'm just like, "It's good. We're
It's
good."
okay.
I'm like, I got my thumbs up. I'm like, "It's
Yeah, we're
good.
fine.
It's good. We're all right." And she's looking over and I was like, "Don't look over there. Look straight ahead. Don't look outside. Just look straight ahead.
Look at the
And
turbulence.
don't look at the turbulence." And man, as soon as we didn't even get up to the where they're taking the seatbelt sign off, she goes, "I'm gonna go to the bathroom." Oh
Do it.
man. It was a battle for her to get back into the seat. And
She
then she was
crawling all
setting
over
on my
you.
seat belt and I'm just like, "Just keep it. Just keep it."
Sure.
And then it gets worse. They're bringing the snacks and drinks by.
Mm.
Snack lady comes first. She goes, "I want a soda." And she was like, "No." I was like, "This is snacks, snack lady." She was like, "Yeah, but I want a soda." And I was like, "Well, she just has snacks." And the lady's like, "What type of snacks you got?" And then she said, uh, she goes, "Well, what do you want?" And she goes, "I'll take anything." And she goes, "Well, I have pretzels." "I don't want pretzels." She said, and then they hand her a stroop waffle. She says, "What's this, a strool wobble?" She said, "Strool wobble." She said, "What's a strool wobble?" And I had to tell her it's like a cookie. It's like I said, it's like a Belgian waffle. It's like a
Yeah.
dessert. And she housed it.
Oh, loved it.
And before the drink, and then the drink lady shows up and she goes, "I want a soda." She goes, "What type you want?" She was like, "Soda." And they were like, "You want a Sprite?" She goes, "Yeah, I want a Sprite." And then before the drink lady leaves, she goes, "Man, I have a question." She goes, "What?" She goes, "Can I get another Strew Wobble?" And she's like, "If we have enough."
Yeah,
And
we gotta get a
they gave her another Stool Wobble. And
uh
dude, awesome person to fly next to. I will
Kept
say.
it fun. Kept it fun for you.
Yeah, it was. It was a little fun. I had to do some
Was
parenting. It was
was this
good.
woman next to you? Was she like a 23-year-old white woman? Like in your
Uh,
story?
no.
No? Okay.
65 plus church every Sunday.
Okay. Okay. I think I can get the picture. I'm thinking like Midwest, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe. That's what I'm
But
thinking.
Texas was great. Barbecue was good. Went antiquing.
Did you?
Got some records.
Okay.
Got some good records. Um, Built some Legos through baseball with my nephew. Played some guitar. Played NBA 2K for the first time in a long time. I'm actually not that bad. And
Solid. That sounds like a solid day.
man, it was great to see my sister and my brother-in-law. Okay, easy.
I'm just saying.
Flight back. Snowstorm hit New York like crazy. I thought back-to-back
Yeah.
weekends I was getting stuck. It snowed like a scary amount. I landed, didn't even know we were landing because there was no visibility outside, and I just felt like boom, and I was like, okay, we're on the ground. And then I get an hour Uber back to my home in Manhattan. Snow so crazy, couldn't like a car in front of me wiped out. Luckily, my Uber driver was from Burkina Faso, and he's never seen snow before. But he said it's all good. I have snow mode. He had snow mode on the SUV,
And
and
he
we
was
did
good.
not we did not die. We did not spin out. Oh man, I was terrified, man. But by the grace of God, we made it, and we're here, and we got some college football. We got playoffs starting tomorrow, Wednesday the 31st. Ohio State,
Before
Miami.
before we get into picks, I want to ask. This is just like a check-in.
Okay,
How many bowl games have you watched non-playoff this year?
two.
I was gonna say I'm less than two. I think I watched.
Yeah.
How sad is that?
I
How
watched
sad is that?
Northwestern because
Okay.
I got a ting.
Northwestern.
Yeah, and
I can already guess. I don't need you to extrapolate that. I can put those two together.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then doctor or trying to be a doctor. Might get matched at Presby. UPMC, stand up.
Shout out.
Um, and then the other bowl game I watched, uh, I had a vested interest in Houston, and I had a vested interest in BYU, and both those hit. So I've actually been killing it on the bowl games. I ain't gonna lie.
I've probably watched. I have the Tennessee game on right now. I need Tennessee. They're not looking great, but no, they've kind of killed bowl season. I think this might be. I don't know if this is it, but this is the part of the movie where it's we're almost there. It's not the death.
We need.
It's not,
What if we had an NIT?
I'd be down, but the problem is these guys just don't want to play. There's no
Yeah,
reason. They just don't want to play. Guys go home. It's I feel like I feel like this is the only way to do it is you do like an NIT style where you take like 16 teams and ESPN says fuck these bowls, we're going to put 15 million to the winning team instead of paying these bowl rates. 15 million to the winning team, whoever wins it, everyone on that all the starters be like starters get this, they get this. It's the only way to fix it. Keep those guys in. And if you transfer out, you don't get the money.
yeah, that too. If you transfer, you don't get it. Yep,
ESPN gets to keep the bowl revenue.
yep.
ESPN gets games that people want to see, and just be like, I don't know, just do it. Just be like, it's the best of the rest. And you honestly, it's the only way I can see. And honestly, I think we're closer to that than we should be. And just do it like European soccer has their mid-season cups. Just do it kind of
Well,
like
it's funny you say that because college football, there's a book called The Club or something like
yeah,
that, and it's just about the creation of the English Premier League. And if you read it, it's like tit for tat the exact same thing that's happening to college football.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to check that out. I could definitely see the similarities.
It's crazy because it's like it's gonna get separated. There's gonna be the haves and
Yep.
the have-nots.
Hmm.
West Virginia will be like a mid-table, like barely
Yeah.
if they're alive, but we need
Yeah.
Rich to not lose important players.
We seem to do that every week, but it's just this is the end of the bowl season. The bowl season that we grew up on where,
Unless they do unique things like Pop Tart Bowl and Mayo Bowl and this and
yeah.
that.
I mean those are fun, but it's still like the players need to be
Half the
involved.
bowl games are like ReliaQuest or like
Yeah.
Armed Forces, Lockheed Martin helicopter bowl, and it's like unless we're each player's going home with a chopper, this game doesn't really matter.
I think the only way to do it is incentivize it. You need to cut the amount of bowl. Even Kirk Herbstreit was like, there's too many bowls. I mean, if you're ESPN's mouthpiece and you're saying that, you can see the way the wind's blowing.
Used
I
to be
would
easier.
say this time in 2 years, I would say we probably have half the number of bowl games we have now, and that's probably a good thing because the bowl season that we grew up with, where it was like, man, you're playing, you're like, you got your bowl pick'em sheet and you're watching this, and these bowl
Yep.
games matter. And man, West Virginia's in a bowl game. I hope they win. It's just that's dead. That's gone. But you know what? The only constant in life is change. So we'll evolve. They'll figure it out. Water will find its level in that. But
I
before
got a
we
new
get,
ting.
yeah,
She's from a different country.
you're out of control with this. This is something where you need to fix.
Born in the States,
That's good.
dual citizen. Trump can't get her.
He's trying. He'll
I
see.
know.
When he listens to the pod, he'll figure it out. He'll go get in the war room.
All right.
But before we get too doom and gloom, we do need to remember this is a college football podcast. Frank, do we have some? I'm picking every game for the playoffs. What about you? I'm picking every game.
Yeah, okay, fine. We'll do it.
I'm picking every game.
I'm not.
Um,
Yeah, whatever. Let's do it.
First game, we're just gonna go. We're gonna go through Miami, Ohio State. What's gonna happen? Tell the people.
Um, Listen, Miami's D line looked really, really good, and Ohio State has historically has that has been their weak point is the O
Yeah.
line play. Um, that being said, I think Ohio State wins this. But if I can you find me +10 for Miami?
I think I can get you a 10 because it's been hovering around 9.5 at pretty close to even money. I can get you a 10. I can get
Yeah,
you a 10 at
I
decent.
like Miami +10. I just think that this team is more physical than Miami teams have passed, and keep it close, man. Just as
See,
long as Mario doesn't do anything stupid.
this full game worries
That was
me
good. That was
because
a good win, man. That was a good win at Texas A&M.
God, that was a terrible game. I watched that
It
on the
was
flight.
ugly.
I was like, it was ugly. It was ugly. Here's what I think with this, and I don't think this Miami team is good enough offensively to keep not to keep the game close, but to get a win. I just don't think they're good enough to get a win. Julian Sand has worried me. So the defensive line, I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I think it's going to be a rock fight. But I think Miami's going to come out, try to run the ball, establish the run. I think Ohio State's going to do the opposite. I think they finally learned, they do this every year. They go to that IU shell where they try to play bully ball and then they get blown out. They get blown out at the end. So I'm going to go Ohio State first half -4.5. I think Ohio State comes out, scripted drives. I think they're trying to get the ball going. I think they're trying to get some tempo. I think they jump to an early lead. What the final score is, I don't know, but I feel good that Ohio State at least comes out of the first half like 10-3, maybe 7 or 9-0. I could see that. I like that less than 4.5. Give me that 6. Give me those 2 field goals. I think we'll be good with the push, getting that at 4.5. But Ohio State -4.5 first half. It's
All
my first
right.
play.
Now, you and I, we made what is it called? A round robin.
Yeah,
During the baseball season, you said, Frankie, you're the baseball guy. You got to help me out.
yeah.
And it was right towards the end of the season. I said, buddy,
Mhm.
no one's beating the Dodgers. No one's beating the Dodgers. And they didn't. No one beat the Dodgers. The Dodgers won it all. And we round robin that with a couple of college football teams that somehow made it to the playoff.
Yeah.
Those teams are Miami,
Miami, Bama.
Oregon, and Alabama.
Yep.
Now, the way the bracket works, it looks like one of those teams will make the final.
Yeah, we should get, unless IU storms through, we should get at least Oregon or Bama through.
Yeah.
I think
Now, and then when the playoffs started, and I've seen what Texas Tech has done, I put a little action on the Red Raiders.
that'll actually, I go back and forth, and we'll talk about that game because is the next game Oregon Texas Tech?
It
It's the
is
next game's Oregon Texas Tech.
noon on Thursday.
So Oregon Texas Tech, it's Oregon -2. Who do you like? Why do you like it? Where are you going?
And I love both of these teams' defenses.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm gonna go over 52. I gotta
Okay.
over. It's over 51 and a half. I actually think this is going to be the highest scoring playoff game.
Really?
Yes,
Would it shock you to say that I don't have it, but I've bet the under a couple times?
in this game,
Yes. I
I
don't
feel
think.
stupid now.
No, no, no. I think that's completely fair. And here's the reason why. The reason I'm betting if you think, actually, you're kind of flipping us on the head. If you played a Texas Tech over ticket, it's probably going to pay quite a lot. For me, I think the only way Texas Tech wins is it's a low scoring game. I think Oregon could push it over if somehow, Oregon can move it out of the pocket and move it around. I think they can score. I don't like Texas Tech's offense against this defense, and I think Oregon can grind out a win. If I'm playing a game, I'm taking Oregon -2. Um, has Texas Tech beaten anybody?
Uh, at the Big 12.
That's what I mean. I'm like, so is this the first time we're going to see Texas Tech? And I think people are kind of sleeping on Oregon because they let JMU back in the game after the game was completely over.
No, they crushed them. That's a
I
joke.
mean, Oregon could have beaten them by 40 points.
That's a
So
joke.
if I'm coming in, I think there's a way we can both win this because I think if Oregon wins, it goes closer to the over than the under. If you played this 100 times and you said Oregon won 100 times, I'm saying it's probably going 60-40, 65-35 over on that. But this is the game that I'm most looking forward to this week. There's a lot of unknowns, and I think
Yeah,
this is the
I would
great
agree
long
with
play.
that. I would agree with that. Bama Indy is probably my second favorite matchup this weekend. Georgia Ole Miss is my least favorite matchup.
Yeah, and we'll get into that too. So we'll go into why that is. So let's go to the next game. IU Bama. Who do you like?
This is kind of dumb to say considering I already did it once, but I got to take the points. Give me Alabama +7.
Okay.
This
That's
is this is a this is the prove it moment for Signetti. I know you're
so
number one in the country and you did beat Ohio State to win the Big Ten championship, but now this is a neutral site. This is a neutral site playoff game against the blue blood of the past 20 years.
yeah.
And
And
Bama has been lights out.
that Ohio State game, I watched that game. That's about as frustrated as I've been watching a football game just because I had money on Ohio State. The sheer fact that every play was a run up the middle on first down, and then you're putting Sane in second and long every time. And and it's almost like these coaches go up today and they're just like, I bet you won't run it 40 times against us. And he's like, I bet you I will.
Yeah.
And it's
It's
just
all
like
ego. It's all ego.
it's such if you have the best receiving core in the country.
Yes.
Just get it outside the numbers. Even if you're like you want to establish run, I get it. But what I don't get is you stole our 245-pound running back and you
Haven't
don't
used
run
them.
him one time inside the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
Anytime it's fourth and one, third and one, he's on the field. So like, why do you have him? So I don't. I
I
think
think I think what you're upset about, Yinzer, is
yes.
the term capitalism.
I
I
think, but
think the rich are hoarding the wealth, and I think trickle down economics is a sham.
I don't think
Because
it's worked.
because let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. How many times have some of these rich teams given any of their mediocre players to the G5?
It doesn't happen.
Oh,
It doesn't happen.
you need a running back? Take CJ.
But if you're going to take them, at least use them one time whenever you don't get it. You don't get it three or four times on third and short, fourth and short, and he's not on the field. You have a battering ram of a running back. But I digress. I think as long as in this game, I looked at Alabama. I'm not taking Alabama, but I'm also kind of taking you with you
I'm
because I'm
taking
taking the
Alabama. I'm taking
over.
Alabama +7.
I'm taking the over 47.5. And I think that bodes well to Alabama because Alabama has had trouble running the ball. That's nothing new this year. Alabama has had problems stopping a running quarterback. Mendoza isn't a running quarterback, but he can move a little bit.
Sure.
He can get out of the pocket. I think Alabama going into this, DeBoer knows. He said the only way I'm going to win this is spreading it out and throwing it around because IU is going to throw it around the yard,
That's
and
right.
IU has two great receivers. So IU is going to put up points. You're telling me that Alabama can't get to 20 points in this game? I think they can. Maybe these are famous last words, but I think the over 47. I thought this was going to be in the 50s. I see this played in the 20s, and that looks good for my over. I could see Alabama winning. I could also see IU coming out and steamrolling it and it being like a 31-20 game or 31-17.
Okay. Okay.
31-17. I just get it. But I think IU could roll. I think Alabama could win. I'm very intrigued by this matchup, and we're going to find out a lot from this game. That's a very cliche ESPN thing to say, but we're going to find out who's good in this game. We're not going to leave with any flukes. Okay.
I like that.
You like that?
We're gonna find out who's good.
We're going to find out who wins. All right. And then the final game, Ole Miss, Georgia. And I'm going to go first on this because this is the easiest one for me. I think Georgia's going to kick the shit out of them.
Same.
I
Yeah.
think Georgia's going to absolutely, this number is way too low.
6.5.
Um, Below a touchdown. Ole Miss, this is where you're missing Lane Kiffin. I know you're saying, Yinzy, these teams already played. I know they already played. Things have transpired. Georgia has been Probably outside of IU, because IU's been consistently good. Georgia has been the team with the highest trajectory pointing upwards.
Sure.
If I had $50 I'd never want to see again, a Georgia to beat IU if you wanted to play a little exacta like a racehorse, it's like 16 to 1.
There you
Uh,
go.
and I've hit that this morning. So 16 to 1 on that looks pretty good. So I think Georgia rolls. My most shocking Georgia, if Georgia doesn't make it next weekend, that would be my most shocking play. So
Okay.
I don't think Ole Miss, I don't give them any chance. So,
I respect that.
but
Who do you got to win it all?
so right now I'm looking at this and I've gone back and forth and I'm thinking if I had to pick one team, I'm
I
gonna
got to pull the
go.
bracket up because I don't know who is on each side.
So you got Oregon, Texas Tech, and Bama, IU on the top, Georgia, Ole Miss, Miami, Ohio State on the bottom. And I'm going to go through this real quick, and I'm going to just eliminate the teams that cannot win it. Miami cannot win it. Ole Miss cannot win it. Those two are gone. Everyone else has a snowball's chance in hell. Alabama, sure, if Simpson goes nuclear. Oregon, sure. Texas Tech, how good is money?
It's gonna be Georgia. God dang it.
If I had to pick right now,
Oh my
with
God.
considering the odds, I'm taking the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's gonna be Georgia. God. I
I'm
want it
taking
to be
Georgia.
an Oregon or Texas Tech or Miami or Indy, Ole
Yeah.
Miss, something.
I think IU. If you gave me two and I could take two versus every other team, I'll take Georgia and IU. I'll split the bracket and I'll take Georgia
Yeah,
and IU. So
you're right.
that's what I feel. But honestly, we could have some fun. We could get in Oregon. Maybe Texas Tech is really good. Maybe Texas Tech has been, playing below their level all year. Morton's finally healthy. So we'll see. But this is the rare playoff where I think there's 6 out of the 8 teams could win this, and I would not be shocked.
Hmm.
So I'm saying Georgia IU. If you want to play a little, if you want to have fun, if you want to do a little emotional hedge, I think just to make it to the championship. So just like, hey, let's just get it there. Team to make the championship, name the finalist. Georgia and Indiana is plus 600. So they just both got to get there. So,
Did you know that tomorrow on Wednesday there are four other bowl games?
yes. Yeah, because I've been looking at bowl games. That's the only reason I knew.
Re- Iowa, Vandy, that's two ranked teams.
Yep.
Arizona State, Duke, those are two teams that had good seasons.
Yep.
Michigan, Texas, two ranked teams, but
Who's playing?
Texas is only favored by 7.
Texas has, I think 7 of their 11 starters on defense are not playing.
Yeah. But here's what has me jacked off.
Oh, you're jacked
I'm
off.
jacked, pal. Friday, January 2nd, we got 4 bowl games.
Yeah.
The bowl season should end. You should not go to the second round of the college football playoff and be like, hey, by
It's
the way, we have Rice, Texas State, who I love.
yeah.
We have Rice, Texas State in the Lockheed Martin Bowl. Navy and Cincy in the autos. Actually, I put money on Navy at the beginning of the
Oh yeah.
announcement because Sorsby and everybody's leaving Cincinnati. So I gotta watch that. And then Arizona SMU and then the Duke's Mayo Bowl to close it out.
Yeah.
Wake Forest in a kind of home game versus Mississippi State.
I couldn't agree more. These, like I said, the theme of this episode could just be like the bowl season's an absolute mess.
Why are you playing after the second round of the playoff?
I don't know, but I think we have our picks.
Yeah, of the year.
Final show of the year. There could be, we could do a surprise. I might want to do a pre Europe Yinzer trip with March
Okay.
Madness. We might do a little March Madness preview.
Can I say something about college basketball?
Say it. It's a bigger shithole than college
It's
football right now.
over.
Yeah, it's over.
Like I
Game
like
one.
like I watched. I don't even know what West Virginia's record is and if they've
No,
started Big 12 play.
no. It's You have a guy that just enrolled in college that was guarding Wemby like 2 months ago.
What am I watching?
What is happening?
Like
Like,
it's not that hard to figure out. If you like you should be told, and this is how I thought it was, you make that decision.
yeah.
Either you're playing college or you're playing pro. Now I understand colleges cross the threshold of amateurism with NIL and everything, but I still think there needs to be a difference.
I mean, how like people are making the joke, but they're like, well, LeBron never played college. What if LeBron just wanted to say, fuck it, I'm gonna go play at Ohio State? Like what
He genuinely might do that. He
like what
genuinely might do that.
this is truly it's truly one of we're living in the dumbest timeline for college sports. Like this is without a doubt the dumbest timeline. There's
Take me
nothing else.
20 years ago with game was sacred, and if you lost a game, you knew, well, we lost. That'll probably be it.
Now it's a TV show, which we know, but it's one of those things where, we'll still be here, but I don't know. Yeah, like I said, it's one of those things where it's still fun. It loses a little bit every year when you're like, it used to be a little bit more fun. But like I said, this is the last college football pod until August, whenever we rise like the Phoenix and talk
That's
about our
right.
futures. But I
Yeah,
think,
I always try to plan it out. Like every year, we text each other in like July, be like, "When you think?
yeah, what are you thinking?
What are you thinking?" And I think we pick the same week every year, but we're like, I think we should do a preview pod and then a picks pod, and then like, I think what we do is the week before week 0.
Yeah.
I think that's what we do.
Yeah, that's usually the week before week 0, and we do like a preview slash picks pod because
Futures,
there's
yeah.
only a couple picks.
Summer recap,
Summer recap, but I think what we'll do is for everybody listen, I
and
think
I'll
we'll do a
try. I don't know. I really want to do the the documentary.
we'll talk off air about that, but we'll see if we can make that work. But March Madness, I think the week before March Madness, I'm going to my honeymoon the week after in Europe, and I think I'll go through everything. And then
No
maybe
March Madness men's retreat this year.
no March Madness men's a treat this year. So to be honest, I'm still working from home. So if you want to pull up,
Okay, listen,
pull
I
up.
have no problem invading on your wedding privacy.
Come on in.
Yeah.
You can spend the honeymoon here. But all right, man. Another fun
Another
season.
great year. Oh, what's our record or like our tally?
Do you even want to know?
Minus like 19 units?
It was minus minus 16 and conference championship. I didn't even add it up because I didn't want to. It's poor. The football's buried. It's if you followed every game with us, we're gonna do better next year.
Listen, who was it that went like 2-10 and then the next year they like were in the playoff or whatever?
with like a little Jacksonville Jags resurgence. We're gonna have like an I feel like the first year, was it the first or second year when like we were just figuring this out and we were like above 45 units and we
Yeah,
were like,
no, it was is this year like 4?
yeah, it's year 4.
So year 3 I think was the year where we went nuclear.
Yeah, there was a year where I think we legitimately were both above 20 units,
Yeah,
which
like
is
we just
insane.
could not miss.
Yeah, could not every week was 4-1 or 5, and I think we had 3 weeks I think we had 2 weeks where we went 5-0 each.
It got to the point where I was just trying stuff, and I was
Yeah,
just like, "Yeah, this team under, this team first quarter over." Like it did not matter.
no, but there was we'll be back. It's if anything.
I don't know why I'm getting sad. I talk to you every day.
It's one of those things where you look forward to it every week,
I
but I think
love
we'll
college
do.
football so much, and I just hate what's happening to it.
It's true. I think that would be that's one thing where I try to just stay away from that because it just depresses me. But I think we do one more in March, and then I think we maybe do one post draft, and then we'll take it to the summer.
All right,
All right, man.
love you, man.
Love
Congratulations
you.
on the marriage. I wish you many happy and healthy years.
Thank you. Just to think, when this pod started was the
Yeah,
same week I met my wife. Crazy to
and
the
I'm
day.
still looking for mine.
And you're looking far, far to the east.
And the South, don't
And the south.
and the South, don't lump me in. I just like dark hair. I just like dark colored hair. If you're in South America or
I won't put you in a box. I won't put you in a box.
yeah, okay.
All right, buddy. Love you. Take it easy. We'll see everybody in a couple months.
Love you, buddy.
Love you.
Peace.
Thanks, man.
The NZF baby, please say the baby.